St Peter's Church, Alresford, Essex. Declared redundant in 1978 after it burned down in the early hours of October 2nd, 1971, the official cause never confirmed, but locals say it was arson. Others whisper ritual reasons. The building had stood for centuries. With 12th century stonework, it was built on a raised mound. Historically, that kind of elevation meant something else. Pagan, pre-Christian, maybe Norman, but nobody really knows. But sites like this were chosen for a reason. We decided to investigate the location on May 2nd, 2025. We arrived at 7:30 p.m. Conditions were still, clear sky, no wind. The sun set here at 8:15 p.m, and that's when activity peaked not long after. We brought everything. Infrared CCTV, K2 meters, catballs, motion lights, dots projector, spirit box, REM pod, temperature guns, a candle, and dowsing rods. And what about the results?
Thank you. Jamie, you got hit.
Oh, hello.
You both done both
Oh.
of them. Yeah, over to you.
Oh, how old are you?
You're getting hits over there as well, look.
58, 61, 68.
Are you a girl? Are you friendly?
Yeah, you're getting hits.
Good.
Set intentions.
Yeah. When we
Yeah,
did the
you
open
did.
prayer.
You like
Yeah.
walking around, that's all.
Would you like us to stay?
The tenters will play that as he you'll get it there.
Get him.
Yeah.
Are you filming this?
Yeah.
Have you got any family with you at the moment? Step back. Can you stop the machines from flashing for a moment?
Can you step back and stop the machines from flashing? Thank you.
Because that's got to be some signal. You got to put these up and that up at the same time.
Can you... Hold on. I'm going to bring over one of my toys if you can interact with it.
But the lights will start flashing.
Yeah.
Do you like this?
No, let's go on hold.
Where's that? Is that gone off?
Oh, it just timed out.
Oh, you take that number up to 80. 80. Jeez.
Okay. That's weird.
Was that done that before?
Nope.
EMF spikes matched heat anomalies, catballs lit up in clear succession. Something was moving through the space. Even the motion lights responded directly to requests, not once, but repeatedly.
Are you the gentleman that helped to build the church? Can you set one of the other tools off these?
Or if you can wait for the light to come back off. Perfect. Are you the gentleman I'm picking up? Perfect, thank you.
Now, okay, we've now propped it up just to double check. It's not hitting the grass and going off.
Could you turn the light back on, please, if that was you?
Thank you so much. And next question would be, are you the gentleman that I'm picking up on that's giving me a bad shoulder? Then the mat goes up. Can you indicate that icon and let that positive be so that's you? And they're going to. Thank you very much.
There is a sealed medieval gateway bricked off not long ago, registered a light source on infrared. We couldn't see it in person, but the cameras did. No moonlight, no torchlight, no reflection. It came from a place no light should. Historian and dowser Richard Clements swept the exterior. He got consistent readings on the west wall, rods crossed and held the whole way. Nothing on the south side until he hit the corner where the nave met the chancel. Same thing on the north. The chancel, the altar, the east wall, nothing. All the energy was focused around the nave, the part of the church where people used to sit. Inside, the rods were mostly still, except when crossing thresholds. However, that's common, transitional spaces where movement happens. As the sun dropped, we noticed the energy shift. It felt calm, focused, and something else, somewhat intelligent. The cross I wore seemed to draw a response. The pentagram Kerry wore, a spiritualist medium, had no reaction. However, when we mentioned the devil, everything went quiet. Kerry had sensed there was 3 presences, 2 female, 1 male, not hostile, but present. Then, as we parked up, it happened. 2 members of our team saw a woman in white, standing on the road, still, and watching. She didn't move, she didn't speak, and then she was gone. There's one more detail. Back in 1527, a man named John Stephen paid for a memorial mass to be held every year on the Friday after Mid-Lent Sunday. In 1527, that was March 25th. In 2025, it was April 4th, and we were there on May 2nd, close, within the window. So maybe this place remembers, not just the fire, not just the rituals. Maybe the church is still holding service in its own way, and maybe the doors are still open. So let's review the evidence and come up with a conclusion. EMF spikes were consistent with temperature surges, particularly around the oldest parts of the structure. Our catballs and motion sensors responded intelligently, with timings that matched verbal prompts. An unexplained light source was captured on the infrared, focused on a bricked-up medieval doorway. We confirmed that this doorway wasn't random, as historical records and Dowsing confirmed it was once an original entrance, in fact, the oldest gateway on site. And activity was strongest near the thresholds and entry points. Inside the structure, energy dropped, except when crossing those thresholds, classic signs of spatially bound spiritual flow. The Dowsing conducted by Richard had backed that up. Readings were strong along the west wall and the corners where the nave connects to the chancel. 3 entities were detected, 2 female, 1 male. Interaction was calm, focused, and at times responsive to religious symbols. At the very end, there was visual confirmation of a woman standing in white across the road, watching us, still and silent, and gone within moments. The timings are also worth noting, for our visit fell on the 2nd of May, exactly 1 month after a memorial mass was first established in 1527. We arrived at May 2nd, close enough to matter, close enough to stir something. What we observed wasn't random. This was focused, intelligent, and layered. The structure destroyed the fire, still holding the imprint of ceremony, loss, and present. This wasn't a haunting in a theatrical sense. This was an environmental memory, a ritual imprint, and a response. Site status: active, controlled, intelligent. Further study recommended, but one thing for certain, the site remembers, and when the timing is right, it answers.